Hey guys, I'm Brian. This is my brand new channel, and we're just going to talk today about me, what's going to go on this channel, and everything we're going to go do. So here we go. So okay guys, like I said, my name's Brian McGill. This is Smokey Uncuffed, and as the name implies, I'm an Oklahoma State Trooper for a short time longer. I mean, just like that much. I have got about right at a month to go, and I'll be officially retired. At that point, once I retire, I can talk about just about anything I want. Right now, I can't really talk about law enforcement stuff. It's just simply against Oklahoma Highway Patrol policy. So I'm not going to mess with the policy, but after I retire, I don't work under that policy anymore, and I'll talk about a lot of stuff. So other things I'm going to do on this channel, just about anything else. If y'all are familiar with me, I have another channel called Smokey CNC Woodworks. If y'all hadn't checked that out yet, go over and check it out. The reason I'm making another channel is because to me that is geared towards woodworking and CNC, and I just don't want to intermingle if I'm going out to do whatever else. I mean, I want to go down and look at my storage, which is a whole nother story. I'm gonna do a video over that later, and mess with it. I mean, it's all metal. That has nothing to do with a woodworking shop. So I just wanted to make another channel that I could encompass everything else I do. Maybe get my wife on this one at some point. I can't get her on the other one. She won't get in front of the camera. But so I'll give you a brief rundown. I'm 44 years old. I'll be 45 by 6 days when I retire. I was a medic before I was a trooper, all through college for about 6 years. I worked at a town called Ada. I now live in Sulphur, Oklahoma, and I've been a trooper here the entire 20 years. In Ada, when I was a medic, I worked my way up through all the levels, basic, intermediate, and I had gone through paramedic school and was due to test when I got accepted into the Highway Patrol Academy. Yeah, everybody was pretty happy with that. So, and on top of it, the Highway Patrol, I was 13 hours short of graduation from college when I went to Highway Patrol. So that was kind of interesting, I guess. The other thing is, when I was in college, my major was architecture. I was there for 2 years. The school I was at dropped the program. I looked at transferring and found out that there was just no way I could transfer and keep a job. And so I just decided to stay, and I went with my minor, which was computer science. And if you're unfamiliar with computer science, that means computer programming. And I was doing this back whenever, let's put it this way, I was in college doing computer programming when Facebook appeared. The first Facebook, when it was called The Facebook. So that was in the mid-90s. So clearly I didn't run off and get a job with my computer knowledge. If I'd have stuck with it, I could have. I knew I wasn't an indoor guy, and I couldn't sit in a cubicle 8 hours a day. That would drive me insane. I don't care how much they get paid. It's not worth it to me. So instead, I joined the Highway Patrol. I was stationed in Sulphur, Oklahoma, Murray County, and worked here for 20 years. Well, right at 20 years, I'm almost there. And here, the end of last year, I started Smokey CNC Woodworks. It involves a CNC machine, and I do a lot of woodworking. Run over there and check it out. I'm not going to go into great depth about it. So I am married, have a beautiful wife named Amy. She has her own business, which is called Get Right Designs. And at some point, I'll be going into that and taking a little tour of Get Right Designs, let you see what she's up to. I do have 2 children. They are both stepchildren, but I've been around for about 10 years, so they're my kids. The youngest one's 22. The oldest one's 23. The youngest one's finishing up college, hopefully within a year or so. The oldest one's married and moved off and living life. Doesn't have any grandkids set out yet, but we're hoping. And if y'all really can't tell by my background, because you can just see grass behind me, I do live out in the country. We live outside of Sulphur. I mean, we really don't have houses around us. And it's beautiful country here, but I mean, on top of this hill, this is a rare day because usually it is so windy that you can't come outside. I mean, it just wears you out. Let me see if I can zoom that out a little bit. And I couldn't be out here on this camera right now if it was as windy as it was yesterday. It will just drown you out. And so, I mean, I do love living outside of town. I mean, you don't have people driving up all the time, and doing the job that I've done for so many years. When I did live in town, people just pull up in your driveway when they saw your car and tell you about their problems, or hey, this is going on down the road. Even if you told them, I'm off duty, call the local police. But that didn't matter to them. They needed help right now. So often I just go take care of it, because that's what we're here for. I mean, that's what our job is we're here to help the public and to serve the public. So I gladly did so for a long time, and I'm ready to do our thing. So that's going away. The other thing I want to point out, guys, if y'all had never tried YouTubing, I recommend it. I don't know, it's very cathartic. I mean, you do feel like a fool when you first start out talking to a camera, because who knows if anybody wants to listen to what you have to say. But it's just a lot of fun. I mean, that's probably the biggest reason I'm starting the second channel, is I just really enjoy this. I never thought in a million years I'd enjoy sitting out here talking to a camera and putting videos out for everybody else to sit here and critique and criticize. One of the biggest things I get criticized on is something that I realized on the very first video I ever did on the first channel. I'm a country bumpkin. I had no idea that I sounded so hillbilly. Which I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just, who knew? I started editing the first video, and I started laughing about a third of the way through it, and my wife looks at me and says, what are you laughing at? And I said, why didn't you tell me I'm a country bumpkin? To me, I sound like a normal fella. But the funniest thing is, on my other channel, I got a comment the other day that somebody wanted to come by my shop and check out my machine, and they thought they'd just swing on in, and they asked me where I lived, and I said, well, Sulphur, Oklahoma, South Central Oklahoma. They said, oh, I thought you were from Kentucky. I thought, wow, I am really hick. I don't know what to say. It's just how I talk. So, and I don't know how to fix it. So, anyway, there is just a ton of stuff that you can realize and learn, and I just think it will open your eyes to a different world. It's messing with the computer side of it. I mean, you get to follow how your videos are doing, and once your channel gets monetized, how much money you're making off of it, which to me, that's really not even the biggest part. I'm just enjoying doing this and just messing around with this. It's just a good time. And in the other side of it, I mean, there is some stuff that I'm not the most knowledgeable person in the world about everything, but a lot of the woodworking stuff that I do and the CNC stuff, I mean, I know that some stuff that people have learned from it, and I'm hoping out here in the real world people will learn from some of this stuff, because I've done a lot of construction, I've done a lot of just general maintenance on things and working on stuff, and I always learn something new every day, so that's what I strive to do. Okay, so I just don't know how many I'm going to do a week, how many videos. I know it won't be daily. I'm still too busy just to do that. I sit down and do all the editing. And the other thing is, I do live out in the country, and so I'm on wireless internet. It takes like 3 hours to upload a video. I mean, it's just mind-blowing how slow it is. And if I start doing more videos, I may start picking up and taking this into town to my wife's business and uploading them there, because it should take about 10 minutes. But it's just a hassle to drive into town, and I like sitting out here. So I said, like I said, I'm still pretty busy. I'm not officially retired. I retire at the end of March, and I actually have to go back to work for a couple of days, which I'm kind of bummed about, because I got to shave to go back to work. I've enjoyed letting everything just grow out, not having to worry too much with it. But anyway, guys, if you do you think this is something you're going to be interested in and want to see what I've got going on, please subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time.